Good morning, welcome to another briefing. So I wanted to start out here by showing you the Doppler radar for the Bay Area. We have a warm front incoming ahead of this weather system, and you can see the bands of light to moderate precipitation starting to make it into the Bay Area here. I wanted to go ahead and show you the satellite as well. I want to show you kind of a wider view of things here. Let's go to infrared. And you can see here this wall of storm clouds, this wall of moisture, which is associated with our next system. And if I put this animation back the last 24 hours or so, you can see here as this thing approaches, you can see this thing getting organized and starting to make its move. Here's our last system that we had. Last system came through pretty quickly, pushed off to the east, not much energy left associated with it, just kind of fizzling out over the Great Basin, over the Four Corners region. Maybe some snow for some of the Wasatch, some of the Rockies, some of the Tetons, but not a lot out there. It's really kind of fizzling out. And then here's this next system, really strong, really packing a punch, really coming in, and this thing is going to bring a lot of snow in the Intermountain West as well. I'll put this European model projection on, and you can see here, this is what's projected to happen as we go through today. So we go through today in the afternoon, and then here's through tonight. Here's that. So this is what I was talking about here. See this little piece of the system here? That's the warm front, and that starts coming in this morning, and that pushes up into parts of the Sierra. And then this is the cold front. This is the really strong part of the storm here. This is we go through 1 a.m. tomorrow. See this ribbon of moisture here, this stronger rain, this heavier rainfall amount here. Look at this here. Here's that low pressure system off the coast. This is going to be a lot of wind with this. This is 7 a.m. Saturday. This cold front is moving right through the Bay Area. So you can kind of tell right here, a lot of rain, a lot of dark green, a lot of higher precipitation amounts that are projected to fall with this. As we go here, see this thing clears out pretty quickly. 4 p.m. Saturday, it's mostly out of here. It's a lot of snow will be driven into the Intermountain West, as you can see. And then on Monday, we have a next little system, not very significant, light to moderate. You see it's going to be kind of falling apart as it pushes through here. And then we have another system that looks like just to the Pacific Northwest. We'll have some ridging rebuilding here, some high pressure that's unfortunately going to start steering these storms back north again. Let's look at the high resolution computer model forecast. There's a lot to look at here. So let's look at the latest NAM run. So with 12Z, it's not quite done running yet, but we'll see what we have. And so if you start out here 5 a.m. Friday, 6, 7, 8, you see that those bands of rain from the warm front. So we go through the afternoon, it's kind of a break here. And then 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7, 8, 9, you get some more showers. And then look here, 10, 11, 12, 1. Here's that main cold front. This is what we call a squall line associated with a cold front. This is a narrow band of really heavy precipitation. And that, per the NAM model, is supposed to move in around 1 a.m. And then we actually have another one, even heavier squall line right behind it. So you have this one, and that kind of stretches. And you have more heavy precipitation coming from offshore. This is some really heavy rain here around the 6 a.m. hour on Saturday. And then it kind of clears out. I'm just going to show you the side-by-side comparison here. It's going back to 11 p.m. Friday. Let's compare this to the HRRR model. See here if we can do that. Yeah, okay. So look at that. They're both in pretty, they have slightly different setups here. They're pretty good agreement on, we're going to be having some showers Friday night, and then 11, 12, 1, 2. The HRRR actually wants a little bit of a break around 1 a.m. between these two bands of heavy rain. The NAM kind of keeps it going, But the HER, look at this max. So the max reflectivity here on the NAM is 46. On this time frame on the HER, it's 60. So the HER has some really, really strong cells. I believe this is capable of small to moderate hail. See, like this dark red here, that's hail. That's capable of producing hail. So if that verifies, that's some really strong rain here. That would be pushing through right around the 4 a.m. hour here on the HER. HER is a little faster with moving the rain out. Still got a lot of rain going on the NAM at 8-7, but C79, here's 10 a.m. The NAM's still keeping showers around the HER. It's pretty much done with the showers, just spotty showers. And then we go through the afternoon, some straggler showers left, but oh my goodness, this is a big deal coming up here. I want to talk about the winds now. So let's put the wind parameter on here, and we're going to talk about wind. So here's the NAM projection for 12 p.m. Friday. This is when it's just starting up. You can see here it starts. We get some winds in the teens, maybe sustained starting 20s. And then we have sustained winds offshore, almost 40 mile per hour sustained winds here at 12 a.m. on Saturday. And then we go throughout the night and we have some pretty strong southerly winds. And you can see the low pressure center here at 9 a.m. Saturday starting to turn those winds west-northwest. As we go through the afternoon, we turn those winds to west-northwest. They kind of weaken a little bit, but look at, I want to just show you here, look at this Friday into Saturday. Now let's look at the gusts. This is sustained, mind you. This is around 20 miles per hour for a lot of areas. Put the gusts on. Could be gusting in the 40s here. Friday night into Saturday. You're looking at the 12 a.m. hour, you're looking at 44 mile per hour gusts in the Novato area, looking widespread 30 mile per hour gusts from a lot of the Bay Area. Put accumulated wind gusts throughout the night here. You got 50 mile per hour gusts at Half Moon Bay. You got some areas around coastal Marin also gusting to 50. You got widespread gusts in the 40s here. If I put the HER model on, see what that wants. The HER model is even a little bit stronger with these winds here, projecting gusts even over 60 to just right off of the Golden Gate here. You have, it's a little better at picking up wind shadowed areas too. You can see some areas with barely any wind here in some of these wind shadowed areas in the Sonoma and Napa Valley here. HER does a really good job of picking up on that. The NAM, you can tell it doesn't really pick up on that very well. But you have areas where there's maybe a wind of just 20 miles per hour, and then you go just a mile or so away where you have a more wind exposed area, and you have gusts around 50 to even 60 not very far away. I mean, you're gonna really see wind microclimates in effect with this thing. So this is very interesting to look at. Let me just see if I can show you another visualization of this, because I like to put these wind streamlines on, and this windy.com website has those pretty well done here. So I'm gonna put 3 a.m. Saturday. The strongest winds are supposed to come through. See, look at this. Some of these really strong winds here along the Marin County coastline, along the South Marin here. See here. And then see how this model does a really good job at picking up wind shadows. See, look at these wind shadows here. Look at how you have some areas that you have really strong winds, and you have pretty strong winds still in the green. And then look at these blues, look at these dark blues where there's no wind, because there's shadowing. Because you have mountains here. See, these mountains south of Petaluma are shadowing a lot of this wind when the wind is coming in here. But then on the other side of these mountains here, there are pockets with very little wind. And so I find that very interesting. this computer model does a really good job of depicting that as well. Well, that's all I have for today. I'm just going to focus on the wind and the rain. Those are the more important things that we need to keep an eye on for the next 24 to 48 hours. And I'll do another briefing, and maybe I can get more into temperatures and whatnot as we go into, and this is Saturday afternoon, it's much calmer. But I'll do another briefing for that, because that's what, wind and rain is what I'm really focusing on this time. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, hope you got something out of it, and I'll see you next time.